Yeah, we'll see that you can bid on the ticket, right?
Mm-hmm. So
So
yeah, let me give a little walkthrough
yeah,
for what we're
go
seeing
through
on
the
the screen.
numbers and the math on this stuff.
Yeah. So the marketplace kind of looks like this. You can search for all kinds of different teams, players. You can filter by sport. You can filter by type of ticket. So if you see a ticket that you like, though, you can click on it, and it opens up a screen that looks like this. You can either buy a ticket for a price that has been listed. So this LA Chargers future ticket was placed at odds of 25.15 to 1, and they're looking for $13 for this ticket. And the ticket pays out $340. However, you can also bid on the ticket. And this is where the value comes into play, right? It's almost like an eBay auction, where you're looking to get in, find an item at a price that undervalues it. So, if we were to bid $5 on this Chargers Super Bowl ticket, and it pays out $340, what odds are we getting implied wise? I think is that 25.15 to 1,
No, so the 25.5 to 1
or
is
is that on the price?
yeah, that's on that. Yep, that's on that price. So where it's at now with a $5 bid, it's 68 to 1.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
there's
yeah,
a
and
good
if
chance it's not going to stay at 5 to 1, or
no,
sorry, at
it
$5.
shouldn't stay at
No.
$5, because again, like Ben said, that's valuing it at 68 to 1. And if you look at the actual betting market right now, LA Chargers to win the Super Bowl are listed at plus 3,000. So if you can get this in that $5 to $10 to $11 range, what you're doing is you're getting a better price, a better odds on your Chargers than you would be if you just went straight to a book and you bought it there instead. So I think that that's pretty cool. So Ben, top prop swap today, is going to be looking for this Chargers ticket in like that $10 range.
Yeah, I was going to say I think $10 is a number I'm comfortable at. I guess you could go 11, but I think 10, 34 to 1 ish. I would go with the $10 bid on that. It seems like a good price and gives you a little bit of wiggle room margin.
Yeah, and I think you were pretty happy with what you saw out of the Chargers yesterday. You were on that. The model liked Washington. I liked Washington. Of course, Ryan Fitzpatrick got hurt, but the Chargers looked pretty good. They pulled out a good win.
They did
Against
against
a playoff team.
defense to beat. So, regardless of what happened there, I with Fitzpatrick, I still felt comfortable with what I saw out of Herbert, and they looked good. I mean, it was a close win, but that's to be expected on the road against a good defense. So this is really interesting, Nick,
Mm-hmm.
and I think this is what makes it really fun. Is next week the Chargers are at home against a Cowboys team that I'm high on, and they look pretty good. If the Chargers win against the Cowboys, you definitely got some serious value with this price, right? If you can get it at $10, because
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that number is going to be long gone. So conversely, though, if they lose, puts you in a tough position. So at the time, right? Chargers could lose, and then they could win the next 5, and you're still in a good spot. But if we're looking at it from just that perspective, it's kind of like timing the market, which they always say is never a good idea to do. But I still like where the value is at, and I think if you can get this ticket for $10, it's a good buy.
Yeah, I completely agree. So another team that I am looking at is going to be the San Francisco 49ers. But I think that if you actually watch the whole game, the 49ers looked fantastic. The offense was unstoppable. Defense was playing really well. So the Niners are a team that I think is going to be a little bit undervalued in the Super Bowl futures market. So we found this other ticket. It happens to be the same seller as the other one that has no bids right now, paying out $320 for the Niners to win the Super Bowl. If you go to a book, the Niners are sitting right around plus 1,400 to win the Super Bowl. So valuing it at plus 1,400, you're looking at about $21, say, to get fair value for this ticket. But again, with no bids, I think if you could grab this ticket for somewhere in that $15 to $18 range, they're asking 22, which is not a good value. But if you could grab it in that $15 to $18 range, give yourself a value on the Niners, more in the plus 1,700, plus 1,800 range as opposed to plus 1,400. I think that's another fantastic spot to look for a Super Bowl future based on the performances that we saw in Week 1.
Absolutely. I'm happy with what I saw out of them, and defense, right? I mean, that defense is going to carry them throughout the year. And 49ers actually have a pretty lenient schedule too. So this is probably a good time to get in on this.
Yeah, it's a tough division with the Seahawks and with the Cardinals, but they're a team that can easily win a wild card game. They're a team that could win the division.
Schedule, it's funny because they get to face the Jags, the Bengals, the Bears, the Texans, right? The Falcons didn't look great, but then, like you said, the divisional games are always going to be tough. But overall,
I think because of where they finished last year, they get the easier kind of out of conference, out of division games relative to the Cardinals and Seahawks and the Rams. So yeah, I definitely I'm high on the Chargers. Or not on the Chargers. I'm high on the Chargers, but I'm also high on the Niners.
No.
All right, so last but not least, with PropSwap, if you are interested, you can check out the link that I'm throwing in the chat. Go to PropSwap.com, and if, when you sign up, you use code CapWize, you receive a $100 or a 100% deposit match up to $100. So be sure to use that promo code if you're interested. Be sure to check out PropSwap, and thank you to them for sponsoring this segment of the stream.